Prices on the rise. That's the message coming from the watch community. Some YouTubers referring to the ongoing watch madness and bubbles and ask when will this madness end. It's certainly true that the usual hot brands are still hot and getting hotter. But at what point does this stop being relevant for you and me? Should we care? Let's have a discussion about value and draw some conclusions. I'm Andy and welcome to the English Watch. This channel is about me and my watch collecting journey, an amateur enthusiast with an eye for detail, helping like-minded individuals like you start your watch collecting journey. Now if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I kindly ask you to check out some of the links in the description while leaving your comments to help the channel grow. Now before we get started, quick wristwatch check. I am wearing my Speedmaster Professional. Now I've still got it on, this orange Tudor strap that I got from Blue Shark. I have to say, I've been wearing it all week and it's given me a bit of a smile, put a bit of a spring in my step. And on this very dreary January morning, it's just what you need, a bit of colour in your life. Now firstly, let's talk about the price rises. I'm not going to go into any detail because it's boring. Yeah, guess what, Rolex have put their, what do they call them, their professional range up 10%. Big deal. I mean, Submariner, I've got a Submariner, so you know, let's have a look at that. So the standard, the no date, the actual Submariner has gone from 6,450 to 7,150. So it's gained £700. Now, if you can afford to spend £6,500 on a watch, you can afford the other £700. And you certainly can, knowing that you'll be able to turn that watch around at £11,000 should you want to get out of it. Now, if you're ever in the lucky enough position to get one in the first place, the last thing you want to do is sell it unless you absolutely have to. So, what else have we got? Well, we know that Omega put the prices up of the Seamaster Professional last year. They went up a few £100. Nobody really noticed. Yeah, big deal. It's like Tudor. My GMT has gone up 150 quid. They put it up a few percent, and I think that's about proportionate for those high street watches where any big jumps aren't necessarily going to be welcome so much on the high street because it's a bit more obvious. But I was surprised. I got a call from this lady, the sales lady from Harrods, the JLC Harrods branch. I went in there when I went to the London Watch Show, tried on a load of JLCs, some gold ones. I was sort of indulging myself a little bit, and she got in touch, said, "Oh, JLC are going to put their prices up at the end of the year. Now's the time to come and buy one." And I was like, "Well," I said, "everyone's going to put their prices up. I can't afford it now." And the watch I was looking at was, it was a gold moon phase, and it was like, I don't know, 15, 16 grand. I can't remember now. It's well out of my price bracket. And ever since then, I saw Teddy Baldassar did a good video on the ultra thin Master moon phase, the blue dial steel. I thought, that looks nice. So I'm thinking, clocks, the cogs are ticking away in my brain. So I thought, but anyway, I can't afford it. It was, I think it was about £7,500, nearly £8,000. So I thought, submit for next year. So I just wrote back to him and said, look, I'm not in a position to buy yet. If I need one, I could get back in touch with you next year at some point. And she's like, gives me the thumbs up, wishes me Happy New Year, and off we go with the rest of our lives. Now, I was surprised to then check the JLC website to see that they put their prices up 10% as well. So that's, I'm going to call it affordable Master Control Ultra Thin. Is it affordable? Well, it's gone up over £1,000, so it's like a £9,000 watch now. So that was a surprise. Now I know, you go past certainly the dealers around here, and you look in the window, and you see IWC, Omega, Panerai, and JLC. And JLC don't tend to have a lot of watches in the window. And sometimes they'll get a moon phase in, and then it'll be gone. And I do know that those ultra thins are quite popular, but and people do hang on to them, because if you go on Credit24, you don't tend to see that many for sale. So there's obviously demand, and they've obviously determined, JLC that is, that it can sustain a 10% rise. I guess time will tell. Doesn't matter to me because I can't afford one, so it's irrelevant, isn't it? And that's the way I'm sort of looking at this. Yeah, when you think about the Seamaster, it's gone up a few £100, and if you bought one, you're going to lose, I don't know, a few £100 as well, £500. I don't know. Depends which model you buy. But the way you got to think about it is, if you can afford to buy something like that for £5,000, £6,000, £10,000, if it goes up a little bit, if you have to worry about that small increase, then you can't afford it in the first place. But also, if you're buying it and you're worried about it losing £500, £1,000, then you can't afford to buy it in the first place. And you're probably buying it for the wrong reason. When I look at my watch collection on Credit24 all the time, you get to see what's the value of my collection. And yeah, the Submariner's like, it's sort of holding up the rest of the collection. But the Tudor, although it says it's gained a few percent, it hasn't really, because if you want to sell, as a private individual, you're looking at, and I said it on a previous video, you're looking at mid twos, and I paid £2.8 because I bought it for the original retail price. So I've lost £400 or £500 on that. My Planet Ocean, similarly. The Speedmaster's probably keeping it strong, which is good. But over let's call it, I don't know, what is it, £15,000 to £20,000 worth of watches, to lose £1,000, £1,500, it's alright, isn't it? I haven't actually lost anything because I've not sold anything, so it doesn't really matter. So it's a bit of a moot point. One lesson that I guess hopefully I'll leave you with is, don't put stuff off too long. And I think I said this in my car video. You can put stuff off and put stuff off because there's more important things to do. But at the end of the day, you're here to enjoy your life. You're not here for very long. Be nice to people. Look after your family. Look after your own health. But don't deny yourself. But don't do it at the expense of hurting others, I guess, is the thing. And if you're going to buy yourself a nice watch, make sure you buy your other half something equally as nice, not necessarily as expensive. Just make sure that there's an offset there. Anyway, bit of a ramble. More interesting maybe than just talking about boring price rises of percentages and whatever. These are expensive things. If you can't afford it, find something else to do. Or just keep looking at it on social media like the rest of us do. I get so much enjoyment just looking at watches on Facebook or Instagram. You don't have to wear them all, do you? You don't have to own them all. You can't. It's impossible. Unless you buy that right ticket. So anyway, there's a bit of a ramble. I did try actually get my thoughts on script, but then I didn't really know where it was going to go, to be honest. So I decided I'd hot dog. Just do it freestyle, as they say. Anyway, I'm Andy. This has been the English Watch. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.